One of my favorite neighborhoods, and I think a really awesome spot in Greensboro, is Fisher Park. It's historic. It is the first suburb in Greensboro. It's known as that. The homes were built starting in around 1900. The Basil Fisher, who was a captain, donated 14 acres, which became the neighborhood that surrounded the park. And the actual park is one of the prettiest parks in Greensboro. There are two sides. Elm Street divides Fisher Park. So I'm going to take you to the right-hand side, and there's something interesting about that, and then we'll go to the main area. So here, Fisher Park, when they developed Greensboro and they made Greensboro the county seat, they said, we want to build the courthouse in the exact center of Guilford County. So the exact center of Guilford County, after they surveyed it, is over here on your left, and you'll see there's a concrete statue right there. At the time, this was all underwater, so they couldn't build it there. There it is right there. And so this, when you see this concrete structure, that is the exact center of Guilford County, but they had to go downtown and build it at Market and Elm, and that's how our governmental area got established and our downtown area got established. Fisher Park became an area that they developed because people who worked in the downtown area wanted to live out in the country. Now it's one of 4 neighborhoods that's you can walk to downtown from Fisher Park. So I actually grew up here and love it, have all sorts of nice memories. I won't share all my secrets, but the parks are a lot of fun for kids, I'm sure. They're very scenic. There's a playground on this side, but then we'll go into the other side, and that's more pathways and stone bridges and beautiful landscaping. This neighborhood has not always been a landmark historic neighborhood. Now, if you buy a house in Fisher Park, you have to go with historic guidelines, especially on the outside. So anything you do on the outside, it either has to fit the time period or it needs to be approved. But you will see some contemporary homes in Fisher Park, and they were done before they got the historic status. Here's a better view of the center from this side. There's a bed and breakfast in Fisher Park right here at the Greenwood. But if you want to hone in on my sign, although I hate to present that it's still there. So we're going to head into Fisher Park Circle, which is the main street for all the fine homes in Fisher Park. And most of these are historic properties with names. The first one I had the fortune of being a part of, and that one is the Hewitt House. And the original owner, he actually started the Parks and Rec in Greensboro. It was called the Camp and Park Department, I think. So anyway, that was one of the significant things for that. But that house is the gateway and entry to Fisher Park and always has been. Some of these other ones are so wonderful, and a lot of them have been redone. One house I had in Fisher Park was built in 1907 and had the original silk wallpaper panels from when it was built that were shipped over from Paris. It was amazing, and I hope they're still there. It was beautiful. These are all, I mean, I can't say enough about the beauty of this neighborhood. One of the things that is very popular now is there is a beautiful home that was on hoarders. The lady who lived there got in just a little bit of duress, and it sold, and the guys that bought it had to buy it with her in it and get her out of it. And so they went on hoarders with her and her family. And it was very interesting, but that's coming up right here. It's called Hillside. It's historic, and it's they've done beautiful things to it, beautiful things to the grounds. Again, this is a beautiful view of the park. We lived in these townhomes, which were built in the 70s, and they were 3-story townhomes that overlook the park. It was very easy to get to this park and do things that we weren't supposed to do. That made it very convenient, but overall, this was a great place to live when I was in high school. It allowed me a lot of freedom. Now, another signature of Fisher Park is First Presbyterian Church, which is patterned after a British cathedral. It's one of the prettiest churches in Greensboro. Actually, a lot of people choose to get married there just because it's so pretty and looks good in the pictures, whether they're Presbyterian or not. That window is amazing. When I get married, this is where I'm going to do it. If you're interested in learning more about anything on this tour or anything about the area, just contact me. I would love to help you.